You know, the best thing I think I can say about Halo 4 is that it's not Halo 2 Legendary.
I think, I think he's trying. I think if I let this dog, he is gonna just climb into my lap like fully. I'm gonna. Yep, yep. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh
Okay.
Lord, he's coming.
That's a whole. I've got a whole ass dog sat in my lap right now, and Tim is not a small dog.
Yeah, he is a whole ass dog.
Stay low.
Hey,
Return
so-
pointing this way.
I think all its functions were locked before we came. Oh, so was it like just actually a steel ball? I mean, that's still a pretty nice prison.
The ship looks intact.
Look at how well it's
Oh,
scanning.
God.
You're a good
Oh,
boy.
fuck.
You're a very good boy. Good boy. Don't worry. Well, I'm sure everyone fucking enjoyed that because everyone fucking loves Timmy.
I mean, who doesn't like dogs, dude?
Yeah, but Tim's a very specially good boy, aren't you, John? It was a whole ass pooch for a while. Though.
It was a big poocher.
Light up their friend or foe tags. We're gonna need something to zero in.
Do you guys remember how long Halo 4 is? I don't actually remember.
It's not super long.
I'm hoping this is the last mission.
Halo 4 was as
Oh,
long.
that's
Were
the
it
wrong
so
way.
easy.
Oh, so it just spawned me facing the wrong way. That's cool.
Yeah,
Alex, do you
that's
remember that
actually
one
what
level in Hey? You remember the level with the Nin part where it
Oh
literally
yeah, that
spawned
spawns
us
us
facing off a cliff?
facing off a cliff. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. They're like, hey guys, you like this skybox over here?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you did. It might have just been me, but I know I, at the very least, ran clean off the edge.
I almost did. I stopped
An
myself.
officer. Check his IFF tag. The tag
Is it
IDs him as Jimenez Palo J.
There's just
Jimenez.
a crate with just grenades in there.
Jimenez.
What? This massive
Jimenez.
box was holding 4 grenades. Why? Why?
Hey. To be fair, Halo's grenades are pretty fucking big.
Yeah, but they didn't fit in that whole box even. Oh, they have. That's right. They have the DMR and the BR in this game.
They have like fucking a bunch of them in this game.
I mean, to be fair, I do like that at least. The gun choice is good.
I'm pretty sure this is my least favorite Halo 4 level.
I don't even remember all the Halo 4 levels. It was like in and out of my brain, you know.
Well, this one's the worst.
Okay,
Well,
I'll take your word for it.
Will, hey, Will. Oh god, I just realized Tim knocked my fucking mic all the way to like. Hang on. Tim like knocked my mic out of alignment. Hey, Will, you're my least favorite Halo 4 level.
Fucking god. So I think he was about to do shit before someone says no and shut down everything, locked the door, and threw it to Earth. Also, isn't he a modified Forerunner or something? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not the guy to ask.
I don't think
I
he's
know.
modified really, but he's just a Forerunner
Forerunner.
warrior, essentially.
He's
Like
he's
the
so he was
He's
like
the
the leader
Forerunner.
of the
Yeah,
Forerunner,
the
and I think
military.
he like got some superpowers for some reason, and he was like gonna kill everyone, and then the librarian was like, "No, I like the humans," and like slapped him in the ball.
Yeah, Forerunners only have one ball.
One ball.
Slapped him in the ball.
No, that's
and then
accurate.
locked him up.
Forerunners only have one ball.
Is the binary rifle good? I think all the alien shit's good,
I
right?
mean, it's a sniper
The
rifle.
binary rifle is pretty
yeah,
good. It just
yeah, well, the
doesn't
beam
have
rifle
any
is ass in this game now, so it's not by default good
This is
anymore.
what they've been using to see.
Well, this is a different fucking model for this gun.
I just got sniped by 3 things at the same time.
Holy shit! What's going
Yeah,
on
this
over
happened
there?
to me. Those are binary rifles or something.
Oh my god! Dude, it's fucking jackals all over again. And one of them just
don't
jumped
let
up
him.
here. Jesus Christ, dude, everyone just got fucking annihilated looking over the edge.
So, I refuse to use the shotgun in this game because it's so ugly.
That's a weird arbitrary reason.
You're a weird arbitrary reason.
Pick it up. It's right here. Look at
God.
it. Look at the model of the shotgun. It's
I like
so bad.
I'm neutral towards the model of the shotgun in this game.
It's just fucking shotgun. I don't.
It's a gun.
It's a gun. Yeah, it's literally just a fucking gun.
It's a gun. It
It's-
does a shoot.
Oh well, yikes.
gun does shoot. He does shooty bang bang.
Yeah, I went bang with it.
We've got another IFF on the far side of this thicket.
Okay, where
I
got
saw
my
it.
guns go? There it is.
I saw a thing recently. It was a video talking about a very funny thing about orcs in Warhammer 40k. It was a story about a bunch of Imperial guards fighting like a whole ass army of orcs, and then they start running out of ammunition. So the commander of the group starts gets up, points his gun at an orc, and just shouts "bang!" and one of the orcs falls over dead. Because if you don't know, orcs in Warhammer 40k, like their magic basically work. They think things into being real. So that orc falls over dead. So then the rest of the Imperial Commander's guards start just going, so the orcs keep falling over dead until a group of 6 orcs marching up from the back approach, and they just won't fall over in response to the bangs. And as they get closer, the Imperial guards can hear them chanting something, and they can just say, "I'm a tank, I'm 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 a tank."
Ethan, I love it when you tell Warhammer jokes, because you always have to fucking explain it, because I will never understand.
I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank. Orcs think things into being real, so if you convince orcs of something, it'll be real. Like in Warhammer 40k, there's another story where... Yeah, it is weird. It's a really weird but funny part of them. Like, there's... Like,
They're also a type of fungus.
They are. They're also a fungus.
Weird, dude.
It's like there's another story I heard where the hell do you mean by they think things and they become real? Basically, if enough orcs believe something, it becomes true.
They're like Kuatoa.
Yeah, kind of like Kuatoa. Yeah.
Which are also
basically,
weird.
It's like, for example, which was the speed? Was it red? No,
red, yeah.
Red was
If
faster.
they paint their vehicles red, they go faster because they think painting it red makes it go faster. So
Red makes them go faster, green makes them luckier, and yellow makes them
good for
explode bigger.
explosions.
And I think purple makes them sneaky.
Yes, I think so.
Did you get a chance to start Echo? I have not started yet, and I'll probably start it tonight when I get a chance, because I've been on a weird schedule. No, it's a visual novel.
Gay. There's another fun. So if they collectively believe the Imperial Man doesn't exist and the Imperial Man disappears, yeah, I guess. But at the same time, they would never believe that, you know. But there's
if
like
anything, they would think of more humans, so they would have more people to fight.
Yeah. There's a story about them stealing like a big amazing tank, a Lehman Russ tank, and like bringing it into the fight. The Imperial forces managed to destroy its engine, and then the orcs pulled the tank back. About an hour later, the tank is back out on the field, and the tech priests are like, "What the fuck? How did they manage to repair that? It takes us days to repair the engine on a Lehman Russ." They win the battle. The tech priests go to the Lehman Russ tank the orcs stole. They look at the engine, and instead of an engine, there's a cardboard box with the words "vroom vroom" written on it, and there's nothing inside the box.
I'll send out an all clear once the area is secure.
In response to which, the tech priests say a bunch of prayers and burn the box.
A topographical scan of the area.
The other classic example is finding an orc bolter after the fight.
It's just it's just like a solid piece of metal with a hole drilled in it with a spring in the hole.
Yeah.
And there's have you heard the full version of that story where the tech priests get a bunch of different they get a space marine to try the arc gun, doesn't fire. They get a Tau to try the arc gun, doesn't fire. They get an Eldar to fire the arc gun, doesn't fire. They fire the arc gun, doesn't fire. They give it to an orc, the orc uses the gun, which I will remind you is a fucking brick of lead with a hole drilled in it. The minute they put it in the hands of the orc blows the heads off of all the tech priests and escapes. Because he believes it's a gun, so it is.
Yeah, it was a gun-shaped piece of metal with
literally, specifically, a hole drilled into it with a spring at the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, like a spring and a nut.
There is nowhere for them to put ammo in. There is no mechanism, but it still fires bolter rounds somehow. Orcs are basically reality benders. There is a reason for it though. It's because they were designed as a bioweapon by like an ancient, all-powerful race that have long since died out.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they were also designed so they weren't reliant on the war. So that's why their magic is like different. The Wa, as it's called, it's just like it operates by different rules.
Every time I hear about fucking Warhammer, it's always like the weirdest shit, dude.
Warhammer is such a well, here's the thing, right? Once you go beyond the surface level of almost any, like, setting that's got any depth to it, shit gets real fucking wacky.
To be fair, not usually as weird as Warhammer.
I don't know, like, fucking D&D gets real fucking wacky when you start looking at it for too long.
Like, fucking...
The Elder Scrolls gets really fucking wacky if you look at it for too long. Any setting that's got any amount of depth to it gets real fucking weird, real fucking quick. Once you get past, like, the very surface level aspects of it.
I usually don't bother. I just, like, if it's a game, I just play the game and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't usually go, like, let me go look further into this crazy lore, you know? But that's just me.
Orcs sound so OP, why have they not taken over the universe already? Well, they kind of have. Like, the orcs are everywhere and you can't get rid of them. Like, they are literally on every planet. It's just that they aren't organized at all. It's kind of the same problem with Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy. They're absolutely everywhere, but they're not organized at all.
The only part I like about the end times in Warhammer Fantasy is that the Skaven crashed the moon into the planet.
Yeah, the Skaven destroyed the world by
do
crashing
you
the moon
move faster going diagonally backwards with a turret?
Yeah, you move faster diagonally.
No, but I mean, like, backwards specifically feels faster.
Any diagonal.
That's fucking weird.
I mean, honestly, the Orcs' power to think things into... I mean, the Orcs' powers to think things into existence is limited by the fact that Orcs themselves are quite dumb. Like, so they've got, like, again, pretty much by design, because they are a bioweapon, and that's it. So, they've got quite limited things they will think of. And to be honest, to some degree, in Warhammer 40k, every race thinks things into existence. It's just the Orcs don't do it in the warp. The Orcs do it in real space. Whereas everyone else has to use, like, the warp to think things into existence. Like, the Eldar, the ancient Eldar literally weaponized their gods by deliberately, like, thinking gods into existence in order to help them fight things. They, like, no longer know they can do that, but the ancient Eldar used to do that. That's where the Eldar gods come from.
So the Eldar are Kuo-toa.
Actually, yeah, no, the Eldar are Kuo-toa, yeah.
This guy was not holding an assault rifle a second. This guy did DMR, then I killed him, and then it turned into an assault rifle. This game is stupid.
In Warhammer 40k, everyone is Kuo-toa. Because all gods are essentially, like, things created because people think them into existence.
Wow. Talk about a way to never want me to get into Warhammer. With that line right there, everything is a Kuo-toa.
But the thing is, if you're talking about...
It's the worst selling point.
Well, no, if you're only talking about the surface level of shit, this stuff never comes up. As I say, it's when you start digging into, like, the meta, like, how does the setting actually work shit. Like, the deep lore shit that you start, like, seeing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm pretty sure Halo's probably got stuff like that as well.
It probably does, but I don't look past the games, really.
Halo isn't too weird.
It's probably
I can't think of anything ridiculous off the top of my head, other than that
Because Halo 4 is so deeply unengaging, I'm going to talk about some of the other weird shit from the Elder Scrolls. So, the Bosmer, the Wood Elves, live in giant walking trees. And they are really in tune with nature to the point at which they only eat meat because they think it's, because they refuse to eat plants. Because they basically worship plants. So, and then, like, noted cannibals. That's the Wood Elves. The Khajiit, in their native... Alex, do you know what country the Khajiit come from?
Isn't it like the sand place?
Yeah, but you know what it's called? Ray, don't tell him, I know you just said
it. Elsewhere, yeah.
There you go, yeah, Elsewhere.
I was trying to remember, I'm like, it's a stupid name. I remember it being a stupid name.
Did you know that wait. A railgun?
Holy shit.
The railgun isn't very good.
Well, I'm gonna give it a go anyway.
Oh,
That's a fair job.
Is it not a one-hit kill?
I shot one of the big dudes.
I did just kill 3 jackals with it in one shot, so. But yeah, the Khajiit also come in multiple different species shapes, including like just total like whole ass 4-legged giant talking cats.
Just a tiger.
Just a saber-toothed tiger that talks. And which species of the Khajiit you are is dependent on the fucking cycles of the moon when you're born.
That's actually pretty cool.
There's a really good Skyrim mod. I forget what it's called, but it goes to Elsewhere.
Road to Elsewhere. Yeah. I when I'm done playing the fucking I fucking forgot the name of it even though I'm playing
Eldorad,
whatever the fuck. That thing. When I'm finished playing that, I think I'm gonna install Skyrim Special Edition and just install a bunch of those like extra content mods, like Road to Elsewhere and stuff, and just like really go to town on that shit because there's some really interesting shit.
Yes, sir.
That's been.
You can definitely tell Road to Elsewhere was not written by a native English speaker, but. It's pretty good.
I've played enough Euro and Slav jank to be okay with that.
Dude, I really hope the new Elder Scrolls is gonna be good. I really hope.
It's probably not.
I mean,
actually, you know,
based on what Bethesda's done, I'm worried, but the thing is, they haven't actually fucked up an Elder Scrolls thing yet.
Well, okay.
Amazing. Are we all there?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Get
now.
away.
I've actually got a bit of hope for
cool.
the new Elder Scrolls game purely because Bethesda is now owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft is like relatively okay about making games.
Yeah, Microsoft is a lot better than a lot of other companies when it comes to making games. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They are not the worst.
They're not so. Oh, that's one of my favorite things I heard recently is that Sony itself has said that a bunch of like the PlayStation exclusive titles are going to come to PC.
I'm really happy about that.
I'm hoping for God of War. I'm hoping for.
I want Uncharted. I've always wanted to play Uncharted.
I'm hoping for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I also want because I haven't done any of the shit yet. I want Bloodborne. I bet a bunch of people want Bloodborne.
Yeah, I want fucking Bloodborne, dude.
Dude. I haven't played any of the Souls-like games yet, but I want Bloodborne. That Bloodborne looked really good.
Dude, Bloodborne. I've played all of the Souls games like multiple times. Bloodborne is by far my favorite of the series. I'm in the minority on that. But I fucking adore Bloodborne. It's one of my favorites.
Okay, that's a feel right. I mean, like, when I was, like, looking at it briefly, it looked really good. Like, it looked really good.
Could you have not been a dickhead and driven off with an empty seat? You fucking asshole.
Fucking. I'm going.
Oh, but I'm in the car.
Ray,
so.
yeah, Ray, I'm honestly surprised you actually are driving a car with someone else in there. That's very uncharacteristic of you. Don't die, we're all dead.
Oh, I got EMP.
Like, that's very uncharacteristic of you, Ray.
How is the tank driving?
Wait, what?
It has no gun. It's just it's just the turret on the front.
Wait, what? How is that possible? I've never seen that.
All right, boys, we got the Scorpion. It's just a little bit nerfed.
Dude, Alex, get in the turret. Get in the turret with me.
Now
Race to the right.
This is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Oh, okay, never mind. They all have fuel rod.
Ethan, have you played the Cinders mod for Dark Souls 3? No. Dark Souls 3 is actually the one I played the least of.
Okay, watch out. There's
demons.
fuel rods in all of the fucking...
You drove directly into that right as he was saying that.
I did, yeah. Oof.
Ow.
Well, we lost the strongest vehicle we had, boys. That's it now.
Slow warthog.
It's fine. The real mystery Scorpions, the friends who made it.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking say that. I can like tell like way beforehand now, every single time.
I just want to get to this fucking thing.
But look, the real running joke.
Okay.
Was
Yeah.
the friends we made.
Ethan, you're gonna need to shut the fuck up, buddy. You're gonna really need to.
Oh my god, I literally just spawned into a wraith shot.
Look, Alex, look. The real shut the fuck
Here's
up.
the friends we made along the way. Yep. Fucking keep it coming, buddy.
Look, the real Cummings friends.
Speaking of which, you boys want to charge your our JO crystals after the sesh, dude?
By the way, I knew for a fact that if I just kept pushing that joke, you would eventually laugh. I knew for a fact if I pushed that joke far enough. I rely on that shit of like pushing a joke that's not funny so far it becomes funny again. I do that so often.
It's an interesting method, but it does get results.
It does.
Oh, fuck. Why is there fuel rods at every fucking corner? I hate this map, dude. This is some ass.
Where was that
Who
Groot hiding?
Why did I teleport in place? What the fuck is happening?
Hey guys, I think Fallout 4, not Fallout 4.
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
I heard from someone that it sounds like Fallout 76 might slowly be No Man's Skying. Where it might slowly be turning into a good game now that no one's looking at it.
I mean, the thing is, I still wouldn't trust anything from Hello Games after No Man's Sky.
You know what? I'll trust it when a video comes out like the Ungoodening of No Man's Sky, but for Fallout 76. I need to fucking play No Man's Sky. I got a review copy of it ages ago, like in one of the like, earlier like big updates. But they keep just getting huge updates that add a bunch of shit to the game.
I mean, like, I tried it, and I was just like, I had, like, the first release of it, and I had the exact same response to everyone else, where it's like, for the first, like, hour or two, it's like, this is amazing, and then right after that, it's like, this is the exact same shit already, and then I stopped.
Well, it's because but now they've added a bunch of new content and
because
like,
what's his name?
like, new mechanics.
I don't remember the guy, but it's like
Sean
the
Murray.
one. Yeah, not Sean Connery. Sean
Murray.
Sean Connery.
Sean Murray.
Yeah, Sean Murray.
I
I almost said
his
Sean
name,
Connery as well, but I'm like, yeah, Sean Connery. Yes, I was involved in No Man's Sky.
No, I just said Sean Murray, and then you said no, no, not Sean Connery. I was like, no, Sean Murray.
No, someone said Sean Connery.
No one said Sean Connery.
Did I just imagine that?
No, I
you-
didn't say it. You started saying it, and then I said it actually.
Yeah.
To make fun of you.
Okay, so I didn't imagine it. Yeah, okay.
No Man's Sky was released incomplete, I think. Yeah, it was. We know that for a fact.
Well, you know, what happened was he just lied about every single feature of No Man's Sky.
No, we need to watch the Ungoodening of No Man's
You
Sky.
need to
He
watch
wasn't lying.
He wasn't
He was
lying.
just really bad at PR.
There's a lot of depth to it. Like, you need to watch the Ungoodening of No Man's Sky. Like, there's no point hashing out here.
Oh, sorry.
But there's a lot of shit that was going on with No Man's Sky that just kind of makes the situation really unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If they were just like gonna be dickheads about it, why would they keep updating the game for free to this day? To make it like they've added basically all the features that were originally supposed to be in it and more that they never said were going to be in it at this point. And they're still making big content updates for it.
I mean,
and
I
they're
guess,
not
but,
charging for any of it. You know?
I guess, but it's
like,
still
if they were
like
just
this thing
why
where
would
it's
they do
like they said all this shit was gonna come out in the beginning and then it didn't. So I'm like, all right, I'm just not gonna buy anything from them because I don't trust them.
Watch the Ungoodening of No Man's Sky. That's all I can say. Because like,
Oh,
there's no
cool.
point like
we
me.
can't.
there's
Oh,
no
we can. No, we
There's
can't.
no point me and fucking Will going over like what went on because we will basically just be like reciting the Ungoodening of No Man's Sky at you.
I mean, I haven't even heard
Although,
of that.
I will say one of the best parts of that video is the no compilation.
Can we? Does it have walkers? No. Can we play a pirate? No. Can we? What about the real-time space battles that we can join whenever? Yeah. Really? No.
I think I saw a clip of that from Donkey, which was like a similar thing. It's like, will the game be fun? No, it won't. Like,
But the thing is, having now played it for like a while, it is actually just an actually pretty good game with like the shit it was promised to have in release, and more than that. It's just that for various reasons, it was like released earlier than they intended it to be released.
You picked a hell of a time to rejoin us.
Well, they
this Warthog is really high up there.
That satellite took down the ship's defenses and is extracting data from the ship's
Can I get that
mainframes
down?
as we speak.
Oh, I have an idea. What if I do it like this?
I didn't even know mongoose were in this game.
The fastest route is through the
Don't
You want me to knock that warthog down?
Don't you mean mongooses?
Yeah, can you?
Stop inside the door.
The Mongo.
Oh, it didn't actually fall. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Firepower.
There we go, fellas. Now we got a warthog. I was trying to knock it down with grenades. Oh, can we not take it? Oh,
Ah!
no!
No!
What the
No!
fuck? I hate teleports. The teleports are so fucky in this game, dude. Why do they have it?
Mongoose.
It was super.
Now you get to fight over the fucking mech.
Oh, the mantis is actually cool.
It was super rushed, wasn't it? Yeah, kinda.
Attached to the maintenance causeway.
The thing with No Man's Sky was that they were an indie studio that were initially working with like as much time as possible, and they didn't have a PR person at all. So the lead designer was basically just talking about various things that they were like toying with as ideas of like, well, we hope we could get this in the game. But then partway through the hype cycle, they got attached to Sony, which meant that they suddenly went from like having all the time in the world and no set release date, so they could just like experiment and work out what they were doing with this game over time, to, yeah, you've suddenly got a release date that's a lot sooner than you expected and can't do anything about it, sorry. So they were basically forced to start cutting huge chunks of the game out in order to be able to release something that played at all, because they suddenly had a deadline from a massive corporation that they didn't have like before. Which again, like evidently they did end up basically making the game they wanted to make. They just had to wait until after release and like patch it in, because they like basically they were relatively new to the industry, didn't have a PR person, and got backed into a corner by like signing up with a big like publisher that put a really hard deadline on them.
Well, they weren't that new to the industry. It was all like people who had worked for games for a long time. But
I meant the company itself. Like, I know that it was made from like ex-Bungie. Well, not ex-Bungie. I don't know if it was ex-Bungie, but I know it was ex. Yeah, of course, it couldn't have been Bungie. Bungie's not a company.
Yeah, Bungie's not a company, dude. Come on.
It's one of those like small development studios. Like there's like 5 of them, I think. That all like, their descriptions like
it was really small.
Ex-BioWare shit. Like, you know, it's all that kind of shit. But like they were all designers and shit, not the business people. So they were new to like having to manage the business side of it themselves.
Yeah, they had made like a couple of like mobile games basically, and then they were like, let's do this huge game.
And then for like money, it was just they made a couple of mistakes and then found themselves like backed into a corner, and then they tried to make the best of a bad situation. And now they've ultimately, now that they've like actually managed to make the No Man's Sky that I think they were like intending initially before they got locked into that deadline, they've actually made just a really good game. I think if they had released No Man's Sky like a couple of years later, if they hadn't gotten in bed with Sony and therefore didn't have that deadline glued onto them, it wouldn't have been a controversy. It would have just been a good game. A good game would have come out, you know? But instead, they got in bed with Sony and got a deadline forced on them, so they ended up in like a really shitty situation. As I say, there's a lot more to it than that. Watch the Ungoodling of No Man's Sky. It's a really good video. And quite fun.
Why is there this like giant like weird crotch, what looks like a gasoline thing? Like, what the fuck is this?
Gas goes.
Does anyone have any weapons they really like right now? No reason.
I don't like where this is going.
That's where you that thing is. That's Alex. That's its penis.
That's a penis.
Well,
that's a penis.
when a daddy mantis and a mommy mantis love each other.
That's a clean burning penis. I tell you what.
I tell you what.
Oh dear, I've never watched King of the Hill. I've just seen one clip of him. I've just seen a couple of clips of him saying, "That's a clean burning something." I tell you what.
I never watched King of the Hill, but I've seen a lot of great clips. Like, do I look like I know what a JPEG
King of the Hill is a really good show, and you should watch it.
I mean, I've tried to a couple of times, but it just was boring. But the clips are good.
Oh wait, he thinks it's boring. I'll probably like it. I watch Columbo.
Oh god. Oh,
I've
the
got-
fucking Banshee.
I think I've got a bit of a broader take on what is and is not boring. Because I watch Columbo, you know? Did I tell you guys about the time I accidentally watched a fucking 6-hour movie?
I thought you were about to just keep talking about, like, did I tell you about the time I watched Columbo? Like, I thought you were just gonna keep going with that.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I accidentally watched a 5-hour movie?
I
don't think so.
No.
It was the Battle of Redcliffe. It was it's a Cantonese
Oh, it's another Mantis.
historical action film. Based on like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And I bought it not looking at it because I just heard, oh, this is a good film. So I just bought a DVD of it, put it in, you know, it arrived, put it in the DVD player, and I just sat there and did what I always do, which is, you know, I put my phone away. When I'm like really trying to get into a film, I put my phone away, I'd like minimize everything, I just lie back in my chair and just like veg for a bit and stare at the film. And I was like really hungry by the time the film ended, and I looked up and fucking 5.5 hours had passed. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this was like a 2.5-hour movie. And then I looked into it, and it turns out that I read that there was a 5-hour cut. But I assumed like, well, that's like a special edition. No, in Europe the only one we got was the 5-hour cut. The 2.5-hour cut was the American cut.
Speaking of 5-hour movies, anyone want to watch Lord of the Rings at some point together? That'd be fun.
Yes.
No, we need to watch Monster Hunter.
Oh fuck no,
And
please.
Suicide Squad.
Please. Red Burning
need
Dragon
to
has been
watch-
posted so many memes in my Discord of like all the sad things from fucking Monster Hunter movie. And I'm like, oh no.
Keep getting an article recommended to me that's like, why Monster Hunter is the best video game movie ever, and I'm like, all right, Satan, calm down.
Written by The Onion.
Written by, sorry, the what? I think you mean.
Onion? Sorry, The Onion.
By the way, the reason I do that Onion shit
Why?
is from a fucking.
Someone activate this, please.
Okay, well,
The
that-
reason I do that Onion
Hey.
shit is from a fucking.
Hey.
It's from
Hey.
a
my thing.
Hey!
Oh.
I'm not gonna be a part of this. I have no part in this fight, dude. I'm walking away.
I'm coming over here. What? So I saw.
No,
that
activate
Ray
the thing, Ethan.
No, I'm not going near them.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out under your penis.
Yeah, you like my crotch. Oh, there's a thing on the
Oh,
back too.
Yo,
What
my-
is that? What goes in and comes out of there?
I mean, it probably is actually the fuel.
Yeah,
Mantis
I get. It's just weird that there's like two and it's on the weird crotch. Like it's a piece of metal. It's like not even a tube.
Have any of you played the... fuck, I can't remember what they're called. The Kojima games that aren't Metal Gear Solid with the robots?
Oh, shit. Zone of the Enders?
Yeah, Zone of the Enders.
No.
All of the mechs in Zone of the Enders, the
Tits?
cockpit is
In the
just a
cockpit.
giant dick in the crotch.
Yep.
Fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
It is the cockpit.
The cockpit.
You know what? That is
Dude.
very on. Tell me that that's not on brand for Kojima, though. Like,
That shit is like on par with like the weird fucking like anime sex robot anime thing. Like that's like same energy. It feels like. What is
something
it?
the Franks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Darling in the
that's what I'm
Franks.
talking
That's
about.
what it is.
Darling
Darling in
in
the
the
Franks.
Franks, yeah.
Where you have to like fuck each other to control the mech.
But
It's like the
It is
same
there's
energy.
also the Vanilla Soft game where with the vagina interface.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
The Vanilla Soft game, the last one that came out, I forget what it's called. It's some really weird name.
Oh,
It's like a
fuck, dude.
a really complicated mech drama, and to pilot the mechs,
Sorry, I
the
need to
girl
interrupt.
gets
Can we
them
talk about-
naked.
Can we talk about the fact that this guy, this like old grey-haired dude, looks like Peter Stormare, but is not voiced by Peter Stormare?
Mr. Lasky, you take point. I want boots.
You know what? I would actually play.
Please, someone tell me that they see how much this guy looks like
Nah,
Peter
Oh,
Stormare.
Stormare.
look, here comes the painful plot Halo 4. Well, lucky for you, Tofu, we're just talking over all of it because it's Halo 4.
Well, no, what were you saying, Will?
No, we don't have to go back to that. Don't fucking
No, we gotta go
inquire
back to
further,
it.
Ray.
No, we gotta go back
What
to
the
it. I need to
fuck?
know what kind of
You
weird
know what? No,
bullshit this
tell
is.
me about the vagina interface, Will.
Fuck,
Yeah,
like-
so Vanilla
God, I
Soft's
love
last
anime.
game, the mechs are piloted by some of the controls are with their hands,
Of course.
some of the controls are with their mouth, and
Yeah.
some of the controls are with the vagina. It makes perfect sense in universe.
What the fuck?
You haven't seen like the poster where it's like everything's like covered in spit and other.
Oh my
I have
God.
not ever even heard of whatever this is, and I don't. What the fuck?